out the mic?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
I think I was the mic. I arrived just in time, so thank God for that. Yeah, so one interesting thing is what I'm going to talk about today is I just ORD. So I just ORD, today is Saturday, I just ORD on Thursday. Yeah. So redefining success in our generation. I wanted to start off with asking everyone what you guys would say for what success looks like, right? General answers are good grades, good universities, high-paying jobs, and recognition. Sleep in peace. Good point. Rest is very important. But before NS, I was in SP, right? Singapore Poly. I was studying AI. And back then I was given the same answer. Grades are important, GPA is important, right? Even CCAs are not that important. But NS has really changed the perspective.
Good.
So, like really, I'm going to try to just scale it up for you guys just how much it's changed the perspective. Because, see, secondary school is all about classroom, principal, teacher, discipline master, and back then I wasn't growing a beard yet, but still had to cut my hair every day, every week, and my hair grows like crazy. Then poly, less discipline, more independence. You can report to school in your own clothes. My course was very computer based, so a lot of typing. But the lecturers don't care much, not as much as secondary school teachers used to care. So we had to learn to keep on track. Then NS came, right? NS is so different, but it's not like school either. I was very lucky. So I went into the police force. I'm not in the armed forces, and I was doing backhand work. So I was not frontline either because I didn't have to touch firearms, which was very, very lucky because everyone else I knew went into like the armed forces or the SCDF. And I ended up working on projects in NS too, but a lot more large scale. And that's confidential, but whatever. I'm civilian now, I'm not bound by confidentiality anymore. But yeah, before NS, I was chasing achievements. Like, my mom was like, you gotta do well in PSLE, you gotta get a CGPA. I was chasing the achievements like my family wanted me to. But then again, NS was a 2-year break, right? And it just ended. After my training camp, which was not that great either, because they're meant to grind the heck out of you. Training camp was not great, guys. So the kids who are here, if you guys are going to NS, be careful. But what was I going to say? I wasn't asking why we should achieve those achievements. But then again, my supervisors were very, very similar to my mother. So as our previous speaker said that she was doing potlucks with her family and everything. We don't have that, but then I have my grandma who makes a really good dinner during Hari Raya Puasa and stuff like that. So her dinners, I'm sorry, but no meal outside can compare to her dinner. Okay, her lunch and her dinner, the closest is my mom's cooking, but hers is the best. My grandma is the best. Okay, sorry. Anyway, in terms of work, studying, and figuring out who you want to be, right? I'm very let's use the word lucky to have my mother, because the rest of my family is not that great. The only other person who used to be great was my grandfather, but my late grandfather. He passed a decade ago, so not great. Everyone else is more motivated by, well, as I said, the more materialistic things and the common answers like grades, university, high-paying jobs. You go for an event with your relatives, the first thing they ask is, what are you studying now? What are you working as? They don't ask you, how are you? How's life? You know, the simple questions. I go to work every day and even my boss asks me, how's life? How was your weekend? You know, it's very difficult for people to ask the genuine questions like that. And this is based, by the way, this is in NS. I was, as of 2 days ago, in Police Coast Guard. So when I go to the base, my supervisors ask me, how are you? How was your day? And we start chatting for 5 minutes before I get back to work, and that's 8 hours of screen time. Screen time hasn't changed from Polytechnic, so as you guys mentioned, rest is very, very, very important. Sleep is so important because your eyes get burnt out. But regarding the achievements part, NS is usually meant to teach us discipline and responsibility. I got to work with people from many backgrounds. I had the opportunity to contribute to a very big project, which I am still working on, just extended into another organization. So it's a lot of code. But it's better than, what's that subject called? It's better than social studies. Social studies was boring. I slept through social studies all the way. Code, Python is a lot more fun, and Python and math is very fun. Yeah, Python and math, statistics, very, very fun subject. You can grind for hours. I won't get bored. I won't get bored. But yeah, if I talk to my mom about my work, she just sort of, her mind wanders off. Don't worry. Same reaction. Yeah, and I realized that, and this is through the 2 years, this realization did not come instantly, nor did I expect it to, is that success isn't what you accomplish. To me, it's whether your work genuinely helps other people, right? Genuinely. So, since, well, our stuff didn't make a difference in secondary school. All we had to do was study and get our grades. O-levels was just O-levels. It was rather mundane and stale, right? Life got interesting in NS because, well, I was at work, but during the weekends I was at home. And I was building projects and tools that people could, well, first person was for my mom. I built tools for her, right? And with code, you can build so many things on your own, on your laptop. And it's secure, you don't need to upload documents online for, if you guys want PDF redaction, or what's that called? Adobe Premiere Pro, or Adobe Acrobat Reader, you guys need to pay subscription. For my tool, you don't. And it works even better than Adobe Acrobat. But again, it's for my mom only for now. Special customer. So I started off from my mother, and then I went on to larger scale projects, and that's how I ended up doing the project at work, to genuinely help people, right? So it's a computer vision project that helps to, I'm in the Coast Guard, right? So I can say this much, I guess. It's a vessel detection project, and it's going to be operationalized soon, as approved by the commander, so yay. But here's the interesting part. NS, as I said, I got lucky. I was at base, I'm working on computing, I'm working on a project, but then I'm doing something else behind the scenes as well. Because most of it is office hours, so my weekends are free. I started a podcast. Yeah, you guys can look it up on YouTube and what is it, Spotify later. I started a podcast. Our organizer Sebastian and Dr. Nick Chung of SG60 Voice for the Heart, they're going to be my next special guest as well. And you're here. Hi. I didn't see you there. So it's called Think About It, the podcast, but the search engine optimization is not that crazy because I haven't pushed up the stats yet. So why did I build this? It's called, the organization that I created to support it is called Sonara Global. But the reason why I created it was not because I'm an expert on, well, talking about stuff. I'm an expert in a conversation, in a topic of conversation most people only care about for work. But the podcast was created because I love to talk about general things, but not enough people like to talk about general things. The only other person I've got to talk about who does not fall asleep is my mom. So I had to look for more people. Turns out there are a lot of like-minded people around. I mean, you just got to put in the effort and look for them. So I started the podcast. It's on YouTube. And I started it because meaningful conversations matter. To have a deep conversation about a topic, share your views, and just enjoy the conversation over a coffee is severely underrated. and to enjoy it, have a laugh about it over an hour, and then learn from the conversation, learn from one another is even more underrated. I'm sorry, it's from over a few years of experience. I have gotten it from underrated to medium rated, I guess, through my podcast. So now people all enjoy conversations I have with them. I'll bring it back to the title. Our generation often measures success by how fast we get somewhere. But to me, learning through NS was success is becoming someone I'm proud of, helping others along the way, staying curious, and continuing to grow when no one is watching. And that's the discipline part they teach you in NS. So, yeah, maybe success isn't reaching about the finish line. Maybe it's about making sure wherever we end up, we leave the world a little better than we found it. Thank you.